It's been 1,000 years since I've attempted to make something going wrong. Whatever. Oh no, come on. Hi, welcome to Buddy Talk. That's not the name of the show. Okay. Hi. Dude. Ha! I have millions of ideas and I never ever do anything with them. Let's just call this Anthrocast. And it's not even, it doesn't need to be like an actual cast. You know what I mean? Doesn't even have to, this does not have to be a thing. Okay. Some people have posted videos that defend this kind of thing, and I've seen a lot of different people that kind of take it and turn it around in like this weird quasi-okay way. Did I say that right? It's kind of strange. It really lays out in detail the way that these practices should be taken out. But yet some people kind of weasel their way through it. Oh no, man, that's not what it says. We'll get into this. I've got a couple of verses right. We're gonna look at it. We're just gonna check it out. Read it. I'm gonna read it to you. It's a New American Standard Version. I don't know why I had to look at that to check. It's my personal copy. All right, so let's go with chapter 21 in Exodus. Now, you've probably heard of this. People probably say, oh no, you can't use that verse. First of all, don't listen to that. This is blatantly in the Old Testament. Let's check this out. Now, these are the ordinances which you are to set before them. If you buy a Hebrew slave, he shall serve for 6 years, but on the 7th he shall go out as a free man without payment. If he comes alone, he shall go out alone. If he is the husband of a wife, then his wife shall go out with him. If a master gives him a wife, and she bears him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall belong to her master, and he shall go out alone. But if the slave plainly says, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out as a free man, then his master shall bring him to God, and he shall bring him to the door or the doorpost, and his master shall pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him permanently. I'm gonna get off topic here. All right, that being said, it's good beer. All right, so before I jump to this next verse, let's think about this for a second, okay? So let's go back in time. Let's say we were chilling with the ancients back in this time, with the Israelites, and having a good old time. Your buddy, whatever it could be, just imagine your buddy. He's kind of fallen on some hard times, but you know this guy. He's got some land. He's got some chickens. He can take care of you. The only thing is, he's not just gonna take care of you. He's gonna be like, all right, well, work for me then, Be my slave. So, Christians are like, boom, done. Indentured servitude, did not do a thing wrong. It's all good. Don't worry. Let's go to the next verse. It's like way across the field in the Bible. Let's get off this topic. Let's check out why they do that. Think about it real hard for a second. I mean, the whole topic, slavery, right? Is it right? Is it wrong? You probably know, right? I mean, you know deep down, even if you're a shitty person, you know that owning another person's probably not the right thing to do, right? Well, as we've clearly just read, there's some examples of how you could permanently own people. And we're about to get into some new verses that are really going to shed some light on what exactly these details could come down to. Let's do Exodus 21, starting with verse 20. When a man strikes his male or female slave with a rod so hard that the slave dies under his hand, he shall be punished. If, however, the slave survives for a day or two, he is not to be punished, since the slave is his property. Let's skip on ahead to the New Testament and see what they got to say about this. Ephesians 6:5. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear. Serve them sincerely as you would serve Christ. All right. 1 Timothy 6, verses 1 through 2. Christians who are slaves should give their masters full respect so that the name of God and his teachings will not be shamed. If your master is a Christian, that is no excuse for being disrespectful. You should work all the harder because you are helping another believer by your efforts. Teach these truths, Timothy, and encourage everyone to obey them. This is kind of still just really clarifying that it's okay to own another person's property. We'll try another one. Let's try it. Luke 12, verses 47 through 48. And that slave who knew his master's will and did not get ready or act in accordance to his will receive many lashes. But the one who did not know it and committed deeds worthy of a flogging will receive but few. From everyone who is given much, much will be required, and to whom they are entrusted much, of him they will ask the more. I think that's case in point for the Bible supporting slavery in its entirety. Not just some form of servitude that benefits both parties. I mean, you can't say that just because you get paid a few shillings or you get a hot meal, it's not really worth getting beat almost to death and nothing happened to the person that did that to you. There are specific rules for different tribes as well, and that's what further implicates that this might not be royal word from high, maybe a group of starved men that needed some rules to jot out from these illiterate scribes out in the middle of a desert. But I don't know either. If you feel like slavery is wrong, then maybe you should just go on believing that slavery is wrong. It's okay to disagree with the Bible. That's a lot to think about, especially for people that haven't really read through the Bible. Anytime I try to search this, a majority of the videos or articles posted about this topic are all more for the creationist side, and there's no one defending the skeptical side of the argument. I think we should all go into this thinking critically about the base of the matter. If you have to question morality on a spiritual level like that, you have to really be willing to see where your morality comes from. If you see slavery as something that is condonable and should be allowed, you're honestly a piece of shit and you don't deserve to vote. But if you see it as wrong, well, welcome to the club. You are a free-thinking person that realizes that putting another person in shackles is honestly something that we shouldn't have ever done, but at least we're mostly over it. And hopefully one day we can get there all the way. Cheers.